What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I got a surprise for you guys today. We're getting old LT.Dan strapped up. We're gonna make some power today, hopefully. Believe we got all the issues worked out, so she's strapped up, computer's ready to go. I gotta squeeze on into the car and get us going.
Think skinny, act skinny, get up in there.
I gotta think thin today.
Think thin.
I've been Dr.TuneEmAll lately, so we got a bass tune up in it. Got to play with a little bit of idle stuff, but other than that, this thing seems to be ready to go. So come along with us today. We're gonna make some horsepower. We're gonna have some fun. We'll see y'all on the dyno. All right, give y'all a little rundown of the combo. So this motor is actually for my truck, but since the chassis is not done, I was like, hey bro, this motor's just sitting here. Let's stick it in the car and make some horsepower. So it is a 427 Dart block, Dart LS3 head, CID LS3 intake. We have twin 91 millimeters. I do not remember whose brand they are. The car is on M5, mechanical fuel pump. Right now we just have a 220 Holley injector in it. Part of the reason was I was having a little bit of issue getting the precisions to idle, which I know some more stuff now, so we'll play with those. But the valves that are in these heads, at the time, I didn't plan on making more than 1500 horsepower. So the valves that are in those heads will probably end up doing the same thing the valves in the El Camino are doing. So I don't want to push too hard. And those 220s will kind of limit us on fuel right now, so where we can't really get there anyway. So we're going to dial it in on those and then probably take it to the track. He's got a couple things he's got to do with steering stuff, but with 169 Power Glide in this, I think it's got a Cameron's converter in it. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's got a Cameron's converter.
Whose turbos are these?
Force Performance.
Force Performance. Okay, 91s, correct?
Yeah, they're like a S480 base that cheats up.
So they're at
wheel deal.
S4 91s.
91. They're 91-103.
Okay, cool. So this thing's capable of making all kinds of power, but we're not going to try to do that today. We're just going to get a good base in it so that we can go to the track, probably 1200 horsepower, and then we can play with it from there. So that's the combo. I'm gonna squeeze on in there, start punching some keys, and we'll start making some pulls. I'm gonna give the Dyno Marlin a little pet, just for good luck.
What? Dude, is this where I pet the tuner for good luck?
Don't pet
the belly.
No. Oh, you're not rubbing the tuner's belly today. Alright guys, so the dyno software froze, but that was a clean pull. Everything looks pretty good. I definitely got to throw some fuel in it. The Holley compensated quite a bit, so definitely wants a lot of fuel. We saw about 8 pounds of boost on that one. So the dyno seems to be good now. We're going to try and make another rip. I put some fuel in it, and I'm going to enrich it up just a little bit because it's got a 7-bar map in it, so where I was at was a little bit miscalculated. So put some fuel in it, and then I'm going to adjust that actual air-fuel ratio. We're going to make another rip, and hopefully everything goes smooth. Alright guys, that pull, we had 10.5 pounds of boost on it, made 924 horsepower, I think. I forget, the screen over there died again. So, all the fueling stuff looks good. It's the map stuff, I have a little much timing in it, so we're gonna pull a plug out and just check it. I know this motor, like for timing, actually aspirated, so I kind of went a little bit off that, but I feel like it's a little high for the boost number, so we're just gonna pull the plugs, check the plugs, get a little bit of read on them, and then we'll cool it off and make another couple pulls. But it's pretty good to start off with. 900 and change on 10 pounds of boost is not bad at all. Alright guys, so did some boost testing and making sure that the CO2 and my pit settings and everything look good. So we're going to do a ramp from 2 pounds of dome pressure to 5 pounds of dome pressure, just to make sure that everything works like it's supposed to and doesn't kill the thing. I do have some safeties put on here just in case it does overboost. It'll go back to gate and we should be good to go. So I'm targeting roughly 12 to 15 pounds is the goal. So we'll see what it does. I don't know what spring is in here. He don't know what spring's in here, so that's good. But we're just going to give it a little bit more just to see what it does, make sure it's controllable. It does work. I targeted 10. I tried it without the car running, and everything held steady like it's supposed to. So we're going to give it a shot and see what happens. Alright guys, that last one was 13 pounds. Everything looks good. Timing is good. We pulled the plugs out, timing looks great. Fueling is good. We're within a couple percent. The only thing we're having an issue with is the dyno setup, so I'm going to make a phone call to one of my buddies and see if he can help us, because it's just not acting right and it keeps freezing and doing all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to give him a holler. We're going to get this thing set up properly and then grab some lunch and then we'll get back to it. Alright guys, we are back from lunch. Just won me $500 on a scratch off. Come on. I'm going to get to turning the boost up a little bit. Got the dyno situated, so James had to take off, go get some stuff. Got to get some stuff done, but I'm going to continue on this. Try to get us up into the 15 to 18 pound range, and then we'll leave it there and take it to the track, and then fine tune from there. So let's get squeezed back in the car, start making some horsepower. Up there to turn the thing on, the switch wheels down here. Yeah, this thing just it don't want to hook. I mean, that should have been about 18 pounds. I don't know what it saw, but this thing is rowdy. Reevaluate, because I can't get the thing to hook on anything more than about 12, 13 pounds. It just won't stay planted. So we're gonna have to try and figure that out and then try again. Alright, well, that didn't work. Switch the straps around, tried a couple different things. It's still not hooking up. crack 1,000 on a little bit lower boost, but she just rowdy. Alrighty, well, he's got to fix his bump. He's got either breaking the wire or something, but it's not seeing him input the bump into the ECU. So a little bit of wiring fix there. He's got to fix up his steering, and we're going to take this thing to the track. How you feeling, dude?
Don't mind the floor scrubber, it's ready to go.
Sheesh.
Dude. Big weight lifted off the shoulders.
I know, dude. We've been waiting.
We went on the dyno?
And came off the dyno.
And then came off the dyno.
This has been since October
Yes.
of last year. We've been trying to get that done.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, hey, bro, this motor's just sitting here not doing anything. Let's,
Hey, my car's done. Let's build a car in
Yeah.
7 days or 8 days, make a race. Here we are.
Yeah, I think we had 2 or 3, like, all-nighters just trying to get that thing on the dyno to get to FL2K, and then a few more days after that running through things, pulling the heads off and on. And
Yeah. It was definitely a challenge, but we overcame.
yeah, so now you just got to fix your steering and your bump, oil retention device, and then we're ready to go make some fast passes.
We're going to the track Thursday, dude.
If you say so, bud.
It's
Just get
Monday.
that steering fixed, because I'm not letting you go down there with it like that.
It'll be fixed.
All right, guys. We're just going to call it there. No sense in beating a dead horse. Tried to make it hook. Restrapped it a few times. Tried a few different things. Tried some sticky on the tires. It's just not working. This thing's making a lot of power. Judging by the fuel consumption, this combo is making almost as much as the other one did on about 24 pounds. So she's a bad unit. So he's going to get the front end fixed up, and we'll just take it over the track. And we'll just creep up on the tune-up. I've got a decent base on it, I think. That'll work pretty well. All the fuel stuff is pretty close, and timing looks good on the plugs. So even though it's spinning, we won't go up that high. We'll start off with a low boost and just kind of work our way up into it, kind of like we did a long time ago with this car. So we're going to end this portion of it off there. Let's head on over to our shop and check out some progress on Moonshine. Well, dang. Looking like a whole race car now. I don't know how I'm going to get my big old butt in there, but looking good. I got to get the motor out of this thing. Probably not this week, but maybe this weekend. Try to get the motor out. I got to put a new camshaft in it, a couple other things, and get it ready. We're going to put it up on the chassis table so TJ can do the underneath side, get all the bars we need to get down underneath. And then we did get a new sponsor. So waiting on them to send final details, and then I will let you guys know who it is and show you their facility. Oh, glad to see you're wearing some PPE there, bud. All right, buddy. Give me a little rundown. What else do you got to do here? We got funny car cage. Just has to be finish welded.
Yeah, these sticks are just sitting in there, so I don't want any comments, saying how they're not.
It's Bluetooth, dude.
Yeah, they're not even deburred or nothing. But finish up this. Got 2 more to make for the back. Roof bars. Got to put those in, the gussets. And then I'm thinking what we'll do is put the car up. I got an extra chassis table for jig over there. We'll forklift it, put it up on there. So I can do all the rear suspension work and then everything under the car. So I want to get the top done, so that way this is all done before it goes high up in the air and I'm working on a ladder. And then we can put it up in the air, do everything underneath, the rear suspension. I already got it all planned out, figured out and everything, but it's just going to be a matter of getting it up, getting it all locked down, leveled, and then build out the rest of the car. So
Nice. So I just got to get the motor and trans out so you can have some more room down there, because we're going to do some stuff with the front cross member.
yeah, we get the motor and trans out. That way we can run the main rails up, tie them into the front, and then a little bit more tube work up front. Like I said, I'd like to have it locked down for doing any suspension work. The cage work's not a big deal, you get the car level, but when it comes to suspension, I like to have it locked down so we can actually have our points. So
Yeah.
don't worry about it moving.
Not going down the track crooked. That'd be great.
but it's just kind of dress part.
Yeah, that's how we're gonna do it. But more safety stuff this time, and it's actually gonna work.
You know, when I tacked all this stuff, I do with my TIG welder, so I have to have my helmet on. So
Yeah.
I had a helmet on. I got full leathers.
For when you're using the grinding wheel.
Full leathers.
Yeah, so we don't have to worry about you getting hurt
No.
or anything anymore.
No,
Okay.
no,
Well,
for something to happen.
I don't want to see you in your leathers, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see it.
All right, guys. So cage work's coming along. We got some quarter stuff coming, some roof stuff coming. So we'll get that all set up and just keep on moving. I need to free up some of my time so I can get down here and get everything out of it so that he can continue doing what he's got to do. But we've been busy lately, so hopefully this weekend, maybe after Cleveland Cars, I'll get down here, get that thing out, and get everything out of his way so he can do what he's got to do. But thanks for watching. As always, stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next episode.